Good morning, my beautiful people. It is 9:02 on September 12th, 2022. Thank you guys very much for being on this call on this early, wonderful Monday morning. And we are hopefully energized from an awesome weekend. I know we had an awesome weekend, an awesome kickoff event last Thursday. Thank you guys that were able to make that. We had really great attendance, and I really do appreciate everybody making the drive and journey during the torrential downpour that happened. And all of our agency partners, thank you for carving out time this weekend to make it and hopefully skill up our game as we get into AEP, and we're getting back on the track here. So just to head our course here, we are here to improve the lives of our community with affordable healthcare. Thank you for being a part of that mission. Thank you for being on this call. And just as a reminder, these calls are being recorded, and I will continue to record them throughout AEP. As I know, some of you may have early Monday morning meetings with your clients, and obviously those take precedence as well. So, when you have time throughout AEP, if you want to jump back on the YouTube channel, you can subscribe there. So don't forget to go out and subscribe. Health Plan Markets, you'll find us there. The logo's pretty easy. And then if you subscribe and click the bell, I think it is, it'll let you know when I've got a new video, a new Monday morning conference call, so you don't miss anything that's going on. This is gonna be my megaphone for the company. So if you're bumping into agents that are like, I didn't know that, or I don't know what's going on, I would say this is the best course of action, is making sure that everyone on your team or anyone that you're working with can join this call and make sure that they're getting the information quick and accurate. So we're going to talk a lot about a lot of things on this call. But this morning, the main thing is getting through training and recertification. We have deadlines that we're going to talk about in just a moment. But like we do on most calls, we have to have one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. So what does that mean? It means we've got to train ourselves. We got to be quicker, faster, stronger, smarter. And how do we do that? By attending training sessions. So the first thing is I will say that leading up until AEP, the one-on-one training sessions may be a little bit slim, because they understand that everyone's finishing up their recertifications. If you haven't done that, please make sure that you get those recertifications done. We do have a deadline. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But today, beyond this call at 3 o'clock, the clinical care medical centers are inviting folks to come learn about their physicians. That's from 3 to 5 at their Cimarron Boulevard location in Orlando. So you can check that out. Tomorrow, the 13th, we've got Health First. They're doing a lunch and learn at the Courtyard Marriott in Orlando. Check that out. That's on the 13th. Actually, we might have moved that event. So please check in with Sergio or a team member. I believe we moved it to our new location, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. That's at 10 o'clock on the 13th. I'll just make sure and double check that one. So just make sure before you head that way that you get confirmation where the event is. On the 13th at 3 o'clock, we've got the UHC Transportation and Home Care. They're doing a training session as well. So they've got some new benefits, which I think are going to be fantastic for everybody to check out and learn and see what's going on there. So there it is. On Wednesday, we've got a lot of training happening here. You've got Cigna doing a TRICARE training at 10 o'clock. You've got Emblem, those folks that are offering that plan in the Connecticut market. They've got trainings at 10 o'clock. Oscar's doing their first look at 10:30 on Wednesday. Aetna's doing an in-person training there at the Brick and Barrel up in Leesburg at 11. And then another session for Cigna TRICARE at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. So Wednesday's a busy day for training. Check one of those out, whichever makes sense for you. On Thursday, Cigna's doing a virtual kickoff. That's at 9:30. That's a national thing going on, so make sure that you check that out. Devoted is doing a coffee and chat session. That's happening at 11:30 on Thursday. And then training of the week, CMS call recording, 2:30 Thursday. Be there. I know last time we tried to do it last week. I think it was not last Friday, but the Friday prior. And we had an issue with the recording itself. We were trying to record the training about call recording and it didn't work. So, so I'm hosting another one that's at 2:30 this Thursday, and we're going to go through everything that you need to know for call recording and prepping moving into AEP, because we're at that point we're going to have 15 days to prep out and ensure that you're ready to do call recording as of October 1. What are the rules? What are the regulations? Why is CMS doing this? And why you need to know. All right. Connecticut is doing a training at 3 o'clock also on Thursday. And then if you're interested, Care Plus is doing their chronic plans, how to sell those products at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Friday, 2 trainings. Aetna's doing a product rollout training in the Orlando market at the Centerwell locations on Colonial Drive. And then the last training of the week is on the 16th at 5 o'clock. Optum is doing an agent rally, more of a rah-rah session. All are invited. That's going to be a fun little thing, soiree or whatever, get together, just to make sure that you know what's going on with Optum this year. So that's the training of the week. Hope everyone jumps into one of those. Specifically, I will say that the call recording on Thursday at 2:30, mark your calendar, jot it down, write it on a Post-it note, stick it on your forehead, whatever it is. I know I'm getting lots and lots of phone calls and lots of text messages about call recording. I'm doing my best to put it all in one place so that way you don't have to hunt me down, okay, or any of the team members. So that's Thursday, the 15th, 2:30. All of you have gotten email and text invites. If you don't have that info, reach out to a team member and we'll get that connected. Okay, next up to bat here, we've got our deadlines. I want to make sure everyone's aware of these deadlines for recertifications. The first deadline that is coming up quick and fast here is the 10/1 deadline. As of October 1st, if you are not certified for 2023, you cannot write those products. So for instance, if you have not finished your certification for 2023 by October 1st, you cannot offer the new carrier plans for that year. So let me just give you an example. Let's say that, for instance, you're contracted with Cigna for 2022 and you did not complete your 2023 Cigna recertification by October 1st, you will not be able to write 2023 business for Cigna. Okay, so if that means if one of your clients calls you and says, hey, tell me about Cigna, can't do it. Not for 1/1 effectives or nothing for 2023. So just bear that in mind, that recertification is necessary. Some carriers may send out a suspension notice saying that you're not allowed to write any of their products until you finish that 2023 recertification. So that's very, very important. Keep in mind there, 10/1. And then the do or die deadline is November 30th. If you have not recertified for 2023 by 11/30, then you will ultimately be suspended and or terminated, and that means you will not get your renewals. You will forfeit your renewals and you may not be able to get them back. Okay, so November 30th is the ultimate do or die. Make sure that you get your certifications done by then. If you have a business and you enjoy receiving renewals, okay, no renewals unless you recertify by November 30th. Okay. So if you, for whatever reason, come across somebody that says, hey, I need to jump on Cigna and you didn't do the certification, yes, you'll be suspended. You can't write for 2023. But if you don't get that done by November 30th, you are absolutely forfeiting your renewals and you got to do a whole new contract all over again. How fun is that? Okay. So 10/1, get ready for 2023. And then 11/30, if you enjoy renewals, make sure you get recertified by then. That way you don't miss those deadlines there. Okay. Moving on, got something fun to share with you guys this morning. Some of you are going to be doing events this year, whether they be at the sales level or educational level. I do want to share with you what Spark has built for us. This is a Medicare 101 presentation. So if you're looking for a personalized Medicare 101 presentation, all you need to do is contact support@sparkadvisors.com. Send over, I'm putting this in the chat here for everybody. Just let them know that you're interested in a personalized Medicare 101 presentation, and they will get that built for you. Just make sure that in the platform that you have your picture uploaded on Spark. You can do that by updating on your marketing profile there, because they will need that. And they'll pop in your email and phone number that's on file as well. They currently have it in English, Spanish, and Mandarin. So if you speak any one of those three languages, English, Spanish, or Mandarin, you can do that. And this is basically what it looks like here. You know, they've got the ABCDs of Medicare. It's really well designed. It talks about all the parts there. We're going to talk a little bit about Medicare this morning, especially Part B itself. It talks about supplements, Medicare Part C, Medicare Part D, how to compare plans, what are you looking for, additional considerations, including physicians. Really, really nice document here that we can get customized for you. So you can go out to the senior centers and say, hey, I'm here to teach people about Medicare. That's it. Okay. Really great resource. And you can get that done. Just email support@Spark Advisors. The last agent that did that got their presentation within 48 hours. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if that's always going to be the thing, but if you are looking to do Medicare one-on-one presentations, this is a great tool to use. So it's free. How about that? All right, moving on here, talking about events specifically. I'm jumping in the gold key just to remind everybody this is where everything lives. So if you're doing events, you need to file your events. Okay, there is no exception to the rules here. If you're doing events and you're focused on Medicare and you have not filed the events, then you are in the danger zone. Well, I do educational events. If you're targeting Medicare eligibles, you need to file the event. Let's just make that pretty clear here. If you're targeting Medicare eligibles and you're going to have Medicare information there and you're going into a senior center, it is obviously that you are targeting Medicare eligibles. Please make sure that you file those events. So from the gold key, click events. Very upfront, file your Medicare events will help you do this. Okay. So you click that, it'll open up a new form. Pretty simple. Follow the bouncing ball there, and we'll get that event over to the carrier. If it's educational, we're going to hold it and send it over in case it's ever requested. So that is why we ask you to do that. Now, if you're doing specific carriers, we have some carrier guidance here. So Devoted has their own rules. If you want to file your own Devoted event, you can just click down on Devoted. We've got click down on Freedom. We've got to click down on Clever Care out in California, so you can do that too. Humana has a 5-minute Medicare 101 presentation, so if you like that video, that's going to live there too. Pretty fun stuff there. So yeah, that's the events. And again, we're collecting this information for two reasons. Number one, for compliance, and number two, we want to help you promote it. If you don't tell us where your events are, we can't help you promote it. So we're promoting it on our websites, we're promoting it on social media, and then we have an idea of where you're at. So if carriers are asking, hey, who should we work with? What do you got going on? We can then promote you and your events that are coming up. Everyone should be in a 45-day phase on events, meaning that by the 15th, you should be working on the next month's events. So I'll give you an example. It's September 12th right now. You should be working on building out your October calendar for events. On September 15th, you would close October, and on September 16th, you should be working on your November events. Let me do that one more time. As of right now, it's September 12th. You should be working on your October calendar for your October events, closing out October on September 15th. On September 16th, you should be working on your November calendar for your November events. If you can get into that phase right there, you will build yourself a really nice marketing pipeline with leads and all sorts of stuff happening. But it does take a little bit of snowball effect to get that going. I would definitely make sure that you've got everything in order there. And you've got some people that unmuted themselves here. There we go. So just make sure that you get these events filed, put them into the calendar, so we can protect you and make sure that everything's good there. Okay. Got some new plans in some new markets. Specifically, the one that's kind of coming up a lot here is the Jacksonville market. I did have the pleasure of going through the alignment certification. So alignment is a new plan in Florida. They are expanding in Clay County, Duval County, that's Jacksonville market. They are expanding in Sarasota and Manatee County, that's South Tampa, Sarasota market. And they have some really incredible D-SNP plans, core HMO products, PPOs, and chronic condition plans. But I wanted to point out a couple of things that are really making this plan very unique. The first thing that they pop up is they have pet care. Okay, yes, they will help with boarding your seniors' pets if they have to, be taken care of during a hospital procedure or an emergency. And they even walk the dog 14 times a year. That's pretty interesting. They've got pest control. They've got acupuncture. They're really big on Eastern medicine, which I thought was pretty cool. And they've got that personal emergency response unit, and that is free of charge for members as well. I saw their copays on the training. They are outstanding, very, very competitive, eye-opening benefits for alignment. Pretty excited about this product here. All of these companies now are doing the Flex Card. These guys invented it. They invented the Flex Card. It's called the Black Card. It's an access on-demand concierge Black Card, and you can see it there. But they've been doing that for years out of California. This is what it actually looks like. Pretty cool as far as how the Black Card works. And you can get your vision, dental, hearing, acupuncture, and chiropractic services through your alliance there, or your allowance rather. It works in-network and out-of-network. It includes dentures, veneers, cuppings, all sorts of cool stuff there. These are the major players there: CVS, Kroger, Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and also Publix, which is not listed here because Publix is really not a national brand, but these are. So that's why that's not listed there. But I wanted to highlight alignment this morning because I think you might get sideswiped when you see some of your members getting information about alignment and you're like, what happened? So if you're in the Jacksonville market or if you're in the South Tampa market, I would definitely consider contracting with alignment. If you're interested, shoot a team member a note and we will get you rolling on that. Also in Jacksonville, Simply Healthcare is expanding. That is an Anthem product. If you've done Freedom, Optimum, HealthSun, AmeriGroup, or Simply, you're automatically, when you do one of those certifications, you automatically certify for all of them. It's one training for Anthem, so all those products is one training. But you do, however, need to contract with each of those 5 products. So just because you have Freedom doesn't mean you're automatically contracted with Simply. That's not how it works. You got to make sure that you have a Simply contract. So Simply is expanding into Jacksonville. I can tell you they're going to be extremely aggressive this year. They have incredible product offerings. So Jacksonville market, pay attention to Simply, pay attention to alignment, and also the kingpins coming in. Cigna Medicare Advantage products are coming into the Jacksonville market for the first time. If you're not currently contracted with Cigna, pay attention to that. If you are, just know your new territories that are going to be available in Jacksonville market. Okay. One thing that I will say, guys, is anytime you have an expansion plan coming into your market, there is usually expansion money behind it. That means expansion marketing. That means expansion opportunities for you to expand your book of business. So go to the rollout sessions for those plans. Go meet the new territory directors. Go meet the sales managers. Go meet the marketing reps. Know those products because they might have some marketing funds available to support you as an agent. And we're here to back you up on that too. So pay attention to those products because they're going to be moving in and they are going to be spending some money. And I'd rather that money go to you than the television commercials or the radio ads or their captive reps. So, some of these companies don't have captive reps in those markets. I believe Alignment is not going to have captive reps. So they're going to be looking for brokers to work with, looking for brokers to accept their leads, looking for brokers to write their business. Okay. So pay attention, please, please, please. One thing that I'll say about the coming closer here to the end of 2022, the kits, obviously we are, you know, a little short on space. We're going to talk about our new office here in just a minute. But we are putting that responsibility on you to ensure that you have the kits that you need to sell your products here in AEP 23. Our West Colonial office is closed at the moment due to damages. We are continuing to work through that. However, we have a new office. However, we're not going to be storing kits there. I may repeat, we will not be storing kits at the new office. It is your responsibility to order these kits through the carriers. This is the best time to do it. You've got to get through your recertification before you order 2023 kits. Make sure you get your certification done before you order 2023 kits. Make sure you've got the contact information for your local rep. Make sure you know how to order kits. If you need help, lean on us. Let us know. We're happy to help. But the kits are going to be available. Cigna made an announcement on Friday that their kits are now available currently on CustomPoint. So if you're already certified for 2023, you can go in there and order those kits. Okay. Now, talking about the office, we do have a temporary solution for you for right now in the downtown Orlando market. We do have our own office that we've just opened. It's on the corner of Orange Avenue and South Street. We are in the Bank of America building on the 10th floor. So that is our new office. You are welcome to come by. However, it is by appointment only because parking is atrocious. It's expensive. So we don't expect, for you to come in and hang out and kick your feet up. We do want to meet with you. We're here for support. If you need help with contracting, licensing, if you need help with ordering things or setting up your marketing plans, we do have a physical location that you can come into. We've got coffee and snacks and all that good stuff. And we are going to be hosting some events throughout the AEP there as well. Again, it's in downtown Orlando on the corner of Orange Avenue and South Street. So you are more than welcome to come in. I will be there later this afternoon. So if any of you are in the area and want to pop in, I do have a meeting there, but we can always coordinate because I'll be in the market there. So new office is available. Make sure that you know that. Again, it's on South Street and Orange Avenue there in downtown Orlando. Okay. All right. Over the weekend, I was talking with an agent that was bringing about a question on Medicare Part B, B for Bravo, and was wondering, hey, one of my members got this bill for Medicare Part B of $1,000. I'm like, that's interesting. So the first thing that popped in my mind was Irma, and he says, no, they don't make more than $91,000, and Part B premium was $170, and I put him on a give back plan, but he's getting a bill for Medicare Part B, and the Medicare bill is $1,000. I said, oh, do you have a copy of that bill? He said, yeah, I have a copy of the bill. I said, great. So I took a look at the bill, and I noticed it was billing from July 1st. Remember, we're in September. So July 1st is when the Medicare Part B premium. Then I said, I said, is your member receiving Social Security? And the answer was no. The member is not receiving Social Security payments. So Medicare did not have a way to automatically deduct that Medicare Part B. So instead, Medicare bills them quarterly. They bill quarterly for Medicare Part B. And unfortunately, the member ignored the first quarter. And now we're moving into the second quarter. And if you did the math, 170 times 10 times 6 months there is $1,000 plus interest, of course. So I wanted to bring this up because Medicare.gov, which you're seeing here, has a really nice reworked website, very beautifully done. And I went on there this morning, and I went right over to looking through the site. Up at the top, I went through the basics and I clicked Medicare cost, and it took me to this page, how to pay A and B Part B premiums. This is what we were just talking about. Most people don't get a premium bill from Medicare because they get their Part B automatically deducted from their Social Security check, right? But if you don't get Social Security, then you're going to get a bill. So Part B is billed every 3 months. Okay. So what I did is I found a copy of that bill here on Medicare, and it shows you exactly what this looks like. I thought that was pretty cool. So this is your bill here. This is what it looks like. It will include the coverage dates, the premium amount for Part A and Part B, the IRMA if it's related for Part B, and IRMA if it's related to Part D, and the total amount due, and when the termination date may happen if they fall past due. So you're going to start seeing these, especially this first one, delinquent bill. You're paying quarterly and you're paying in advance for your Medicare Part B premium. Okay. So I know that comes to a shock for a lot of people, but if you have a give back plan and it's not yet linking in there, they will have to talk to Social Security about syncing and linking it there to reduce that Medicare bill and do a redo on that. Sometimes it does take up to 90 days for that Medicare Part B reimbursement to happen and reflect in their Medicare. So pay attention to that. But I thought there was some really great resources about Medicare, Medicare Part B, and Medicare Part D on Medicare.gov. Now, there's 4 ways that the member can pay that bill once they get it. You know, it's a pretty significant bill once they start on Medicare and they're not receiving Social Security. So it's $170, almost $200 a month. And then you're getting a bill for almost $600 on the first shot because it's, the first 3 months. It's a quarter. It's times 3, right? So they've got to pay that for all 3 months up front. They can create an account on Medicare.gov, which is really easy. I recommend doing that anyway, because with Medicare Shop this year, you can sync the medications and pull down 18 months of their medicines. You can only do that if they've got an account, so you can help them do that. You can set up an automatic deduction from your checking or savings account each month, so they can do that. Or they can pay directly by check through their online banking bill pay, or they can mail their payments. So those are 4 easy ways that they can pay that Medicare bill to get that money over to them. In most cases, the bills are due by the 25th of the month. They're due the same month that you get the bill. Just make sure that you're getting that bill paid. Okay. If a member does not pay those bills, they are subject to canceling the Medicare Part B premium, which will automatically disenroll them from your Medicare Advantage plan. So it would behoove you to ensure that they get their Medicare Part B premium paid for, get that set up, figure this out. Again, you saw how easy it was for me to get to this information. You can actually help them create an account here. So you just click there and it'll just take you through the create an account now. Click that button there. And if you've got their Medicare ID number, you'll need their effective dates and off you go. Set a username and password and you've got it going. But I thought this might help a lot of folks here as you're running through and getting things going for AEP. I did see that, we are just about 17 days away from AEP 23 here. So I'm hoping everyone is geared up, and ready to go. If you feel lost, confused, ignored, please let us know. We're here to help you. We want to make sure that you have the best AEP ever. We've got some great tools and resources this year. Just as a reminder, also, last thing that you take away before we end the call today is that the Spark platform, if you want your AEP book of business cards loaded and sent out with that beautiful postcard, it is due today. Today is the last day. The deadline is September 12th to get that loaded. So make sure that you sign up for the Spark platform and get that done today. So just in case you don't know how to do that, everyone should have access to the gold key. I'm going to share with you guys where that lives really quick. So in your gold key here, you're going to scroll down to under activities, Spark platform. And here's a step-by-step guide on how to get started. You got to watch the webinar. There's your terms and conditions. Click there to get that signed. And then you'll work with them to upload your book of business. Today's the deadline, guys. If you want your AEP postcards rocking this year. Please make sure you get that done. Okay. Sergio says if you want to come visit us, you can also ride the Sunrail. I did that twice last week. It was actually very, very nice, not having to deal with traffic and parking. So if you're in the Sunrail vicinity, pretty cool little thing that you can use to get to and from the office if you choose so. So just remember to let a team member know before you head that way, because it is by appointment only. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you this week. It is 9:32. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Get your recertifications done. Go meet those new team members out there that are expanding into new markets. And please make sure that you get RTS and ready to go for 2023 so we don't get suspended, you don't lose your renewals, and you don't get terminated. As I said before, these calls are being recorded. So if you miss a session next week, don't worry. Go out to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and you won't miss the session. So thank you, guys. Hope you have a fantastic week. Good luck out there, and we wish you the best.